A trending topic on Twitter was Rudy Gobert because he won his third Defensive Player of the Year, and he won it over Draymond Green and Ben Simmons. So my question to you guys is, did Rudy Gobert deserve the Defensive Player of the Year award? I'll start with you, Riv.
Yeah, I think he did. I think I was under the impression only Draymond Green, maybe Bam, you could debate it, but only Draymond Green was the only guy who you can debate.
Where's Ben?
I'll get to that in a minute. Can I go?
All right, I'm sorry.
I think only Draymond Green was the only guy
guard.
you can really debate it, because when Draymond Green got back early in the season, their defense became a top 5 defense in the NBA. And then throughout the course of the season, they ended up being a top 10 defense. You could see with Draymond, his instincts, he can stop a 3-man weave. He can stop a 2-on-1 fast break. Like, he's just a different force. But with Rudy Gobert, I think he deserved it because his impact in the paint, his impact in altering shots, blocking shots, even his pick and roll defense isn't bad. People like to see stars cook them, but stars. It's an offensive league. Stars cook up regardless. But I think Rudy Gobert's impact on the defense even shows sometimes on the offensive end where they can get an easy bucket, or they can get a bucket because of the fact that Rudy Gobert is locking down the defensive end. So sometimes he even plays D for his guys on the perimeter, helping them when they get beat because he's just that good. So I think people, they hate Rudy Gobert because people like Shaq like to diss on Rudy Gobert. People don't like how he plays because he's not a scorer. But I think Rudy Gobert definitely 100% deserved it. And this is his third one winning it, so shout out to him.
Yeah, no doubt I think he deserves it. I feel like as of right now, he's locked and loaded, the best defensive big in the league. The only one that rivals him is Anthony Davis when he's healthy. He had the best defensive rating in this league by far. I think it was 100.5, which is crazy. He averaged 13 boards a game, almost 3 blocks a game. He helped lead this Utah Jazz team to the 1 seed. I just feel like everything clicked for him to win this award. I can't discredit all the things that he's done. Like you mentioned, he's not as bad as everyone says that he is on the pick and roll, especially when you're that big. It's hard to pick up on a guard driving at you full speed. I mean, he does the best that he can, and he's been pretty efficient, clearly, with the defensive rating that he has. So, yeah, I'm going to lean that he earned this one for sure.
I think we're in a weird time in the NBA world and the Twitterverse where we're expecting big men to have guard skills, and I think it's such a ridiculous thing.
For real.
And I'm just going to say this. Rudy Gobert, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, 4th player in NBA history to do it. On Twitter, all I was seeing is that, what does Rudy Gobert have on the NBA that he's winning it for the 3rd time? How do they win it over Ben or Adebayo? I even seen some people say, Bam is DPOY because he's versatile and he can defend on the perimeter and he can rim protect as well. For one, Ben Simmons, let's get into that. He's not a good rim protector at all. In fact, I don't want him there even grabbing a rebound.
Respect.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Ben Simmons is not a good rim protector, and I think he's an overrated perimeter defender. He is a great perimeter defender, no doubt about it. But people think he's some shut-down Kawhi Leonard type of guy, which he's not.
On the perimeter?
He is not. He is not.
I'll let you finish.
Draymond Green, he has the strongest case because the Warriors were a top 10 defense this past year, and I think it was because of Draymond.
No, it was legit because of him.
I think Draymond is a top 5 defender of all time, so that's not knocking Draymond. But you got to look at everything else of it. The Utah Jazz were the 1st seed in the NBA. They had one of the best defenses in the NBA because of Rudy Gobert. Golden State did not make the playoffs, and he's the 4th player to win 3 DPOYs since Dwight Howard, Ben Wallace, and Dikembe Mutombo. Rudy Gobert is an all-time great defender.
No doubt.
There's no doubt about it. And you can see it by the way how teams attack the Jazz when Rudy Gobert's off the court versus when he's on. Players second guess when they're driving into the lane because they see Rudy Gobert, who's 7'1", 7'2", and has a gigantic wingspan. And I was looking at some charts. There's a chart on expected versus actual field goal percentage, which is basically based on the shot, and based on the shot, there's an average percentage that players hit.
Where'd you get that from?
I just was reading articles.
Okay.
Yeah, based on the shot, there's an average field goal percentage that is hit. And for Rudy Gobert, since 2017, he's allowed the lowest.
Yeah.
So this guy has been the best defender in the NBA in terms of that. And in terms of defensive points saved since 2018, Gobert is the highest. And something that other people mention is that Ben Simmons, he said earlier in the season he should be DPOY because Gobert's DPOY, but I scored 42 on him. That's not true because he only attempted 7 shots when Gobert was guarding him, and he was 3 for 7 and had 9 points. So it's not like he was really, cooking Gobert. He had 9 points on him. Let's give that a rest. And even though Gobert won DPOY, he was quoted saying this: "I want to win a championship. When I got drafted by the Jazz 8 years ago, I told myself I wanted to do anything I could to help this franchise win his first championship." And that's after they asked him how he was feeling after he won his 3rd DPOY. So I think the disrespect that this guy is getting is uncalled for, especially on Twitter. Everybody's trying to disrespect and not Gobert. I seen a Joel Embiid fan account tweet a bunch of highlights of Embiid just
Embiid
does.
Embiid do be cooking him, but it's Embiid.
And the thing about that is that you can pick any all-time great defender, whether it's Draymond Green, Kawhi Leonard,
even
Scottie Pippen,
MJ.
I mean, how many possessions
LeBron,
do they guard?
Kobe.
How many possessions have they guarded throughout their careers? You can definitely make a 5 to 10 minute highlight clip of them getting scored on.
You can make a 10-minute clip of LeBron getting cooked by Melo. Doesn't mean he's not a great defender.
Danny Granger made LeBron fall. It's like anything can happen on any given night.
Brandon Jennings.
Joe
made
Dumars
Curry
used to
fall.
give MJ fits. Like, come on.
Yeah,
like, it's
facts.
like, people have their day. I think just people don't like Rudy Gobert. I think people are still holding on to that COVID thing that Rudy Gobert did.
Mm-hmm.
People hate him as a basketball player. They hate the way he plays.
And before he got paid, once he got paid, Shaq went on Inside the NBA and said he
violated
didn't
him.
deserve the
Yep.
money. Yeah, and said he didn't deserve the money.
Yeah, so
which
it's-
is some hating shit.
I don't want to go off topic too much, but I do have a question. You mentioned how you think Draymond Green's top 5 all-time NBA defensive wise. Does Gobert have the potential to get there?
Rim protector wise, yes.
Period
Is difficult because I have guys like Dennis Rodman has to be there.
Of course.
Draymond Green is there.
Hakeem
And
Olajuwon.
Kawhi has to be there. Hakeem Olajuwon was a menace.
Jordan?
I
Or
wouldn't
no?
say in top 5.
Okay.
A perimeter, yeah. But guards,
And then you
just
have
has
Ben
so many-
Wallace too.
it's hard
Sure.
to put a guard in there.
That's
you know?
fair. But I only said that because he has so many all defensive first
If
team.
we're talking guards, yeah, but
Gobert, I would put top 10 though, probably.
Okay.
And if we're talking about rim protection alone, he's definitely top 5.
For sure.
If we're talking about rim protection alone, I think he's definitely top 5.
I think I would lean Draymond right now just because he has the championships, even though he definitely has had the superior squads. But even like a year like this year where the talent definitely wasn't on the Warriors side, they showed out. Him and Curry were dynamic for sure. Without Curry, they're obviously a lottery team. But without Draymond, they might also be a lottery team.
they're a lottery team regardless.
No,
Don't
for
get me
sure.
wrong. Draymond is a better defender than Rudy. I believe that 100%.
Okay.
But if
agree
we're
too.
talking about this season, who should have been DPOY?
This season. Yep. Oh,
it should have
I
been
agree.
Gobert.
I
Like
agree.
100%.
I think what people like to do is they like to add the versatility in being a better defender. And I think just because you're versatile doesn't mean you're necessarily a better defender than one person. It's just your size and your athletic ability allows you to guard multiple positions. Like Andrew Wiggins is versatile, but he's not a better defender than Rudy Gobert. But he's obviously more versatile because he's 6'8". He can jump. But I
and
think
Bam
people,
as well. I
Bam
think
is versatile.
Bam is a power forward that's
Yeah.
playing center, which
Yep.
is why he moves so good for his size. But he's 6'9", 6'10". I would say he's more 6'9",
Yeah.
and he's not a great rim protector.
Same with
He's
Draymond.
good.
He's Kawhi's height, but he can just guard multiple positions because of his height. Rudy Gobert is 7'3". It's not many 7'3". There isn't. I don't think there is one 7'3" guy
I think
that's
he's
going to perimeter.
7'2". It's one of those.
There isn't
7'2"
a
or
7'2" guy I know that can go in the perimeter and guard Steph, Dame, all that.
Ben is 6'10",
Ben is a guard.
but he's 6'10".
He's a guard.
He's 6'10", but he can guard perimeter players, but he's not a rim protector at all.
Okay.
I've seen
Even
Giannis
though-
put him in a blender.
It's Giannis.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but that's what you're supposed
Straight
to
grown
do.
man
No,
him.
but the
like,
way that Giannis gets stops is with double teams in the paint.
Blake Griffin was locking him up.
There's still help on the backside too, regardless.
I mean, Giannis is a
being
great
said,
rim protector.
Of course.
I mean, Giannis was settling for jump shots versus Blake. He
Which
didn't
makes
want
no
any
sense.
parts.
Which
No, when
makes
he
no
sees
sense.
Ben, he sees food.
Yep.
He
think
sees
that?
he sees immediate food.
But then when he sees Embiid, he gets scared.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Embiid's a big guy,
That's
bro.
what I'm with you.
I think Embiid, he'll do that to anybody. The only guy you can really say that can lock up other centers was Hakeem.
Yeah.
I mean, Hakeem, And
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan too, but he's not
Ben
center.
Wallace.
He's a power
Okay,
forward.
well, Ben Wallace is definitely, he's
but
locking.
I mean, Hakeem, you literally saw in the finals versus the Knicks that he locked up Patrick Ewing. Like, he outplayed him. He outscored him.
Gave Shaq. He's one of the few guys that gave Shaq fits.
Ewing shot like 30-something% from the field in the series, in a 7-game series.
And that's never happened.
Did it to Kareem, too.